Well, well, I was born here in Lagos. I'm from the royal families of Ojora, Oniru, Aromire, Oloto, and Shokun royal families of Lagos. Shokun royal families of Lagos. My mom is from the Nero axis. My dad happened to be the late Ojora before the present one day. So I was born here in Lagos. I schooled. I've been schooling all my life in Lagos. My primary school, my secondary school. My primary school, St. Charles in Surulere. My secondary school, Lagos Anglican Girls Grammar School in Surulere. Then at the point, I'm Taridin Secondary School in Surulere. Then Lagos State University, Lasso. I also did my first master's in Unilag, master's in public administration and international affairs, FPIA. My second master's, University of York. Then I'm also kind of running another master's in criminology in University of Lagos. Before joining the house, I've worked with Cyrus Nigeria Limited. The office used to be in Lekki First 1 year. But before Cyrus, I was with the present MD of Loma, happens to be SSA to now Mr. President, way back at SSA Information Technology. So I was with him, I started with him at the Ministry of Science and Tech. Later we both moved to Office of the Surveyor General. He was then the Director of Land Information Support System Unit, LISU. I was with him there before joining Apapa Local Government as a Supervising Councillor. Okay, before being a Supervising Councillor, I joined Apapa Local Government under the present MD of LSTPC, Honorable Ayodeji Joseph. He was the council chairman then. So I joined him as SSA Intergovernmental Relations. Then later, during his second term, I was promoted to be the supervisor for health, which I did. And after his tenure, I started my own firm, Waterline Nigeria Limited, which was more into oil and gas and dredging before coming on board the Lagos State House of Assembly in 2015.
Thank you very much. I would like to start by asking you to share with us how your last constituency engagement went.
Well, it went well. It was a very peaceful and engaging one. I had the opportunity of giving my people feedback of our activities so far at the State House of Assembly, and they were also able to relate their concerns, their worries, and their requests to the government through me, and which the House is presently working on compiling the report of all the 40 constituency stakeholders meeting to do a presentation to Mr. Governor, so he can capture, if not all, some of it into next year's budget before bringing the budget to the House. That's the essence of the stakeholders engagement.
I heard it's an annual thing.
Yes.
So but every year there'll be a focus, or you just take all the comments.
Well,
Because I was wondering about food security.
yes, every year we have different topics to discuss. However, it's not limiting people from expressing themselves. It's not limiting them, and it's not also limiting us. Whatever they think or they feel they need to call our attention to, they speak out and we treat it then. But it's a yearly program.
So what's been your experience in the last, I mean, since the commencement of this?
Well, since the commencement of the 10th Assembly,
Yes.
or ever since I got into the
Yeah,
10th Assembly. Okay, well, I think it's been an interesting one, though there were challenges and we're still having that. and the 10th assembly is just a little above a year. So some things are actually strange to us as citizens, which we trying to adapt. But I know that with perseverance and patience, we will weather the storm together. At the end of the day, we are going to be victorious.
It's been like how many years now for you?
Well, this is my third term as a legislator. So this is my ninth year going on 10 at the Legislative House of Assembly.
So what has kept you going? What has kept you excited about it?
Well, I try to be myself, and I'm not too far from my people. I was born and brought up where I represent them now. So I know my ways around my community, and basically they see me as one of them, which has been working positively for me.
Talking about politics, how did you, why did you go into politics at the time you went?
Well, I tell people politics is actually a thing of the mind. You need to show interest, you need to have interest in it. And luckily for me, I was actually born into a political environment. Way back, my dad was a lawmaker at the local government level before he became a traditional ruler. So I think it's a me. I love politics. I love playing politics, and the idea behind it is, what can I give back to my community? What can I also do for my people? That was actually the motivation that pushed me into politics.
And since you went in, have you been able to do a couple of things within
Well, as a lawmaker, as a legislator, there are limitations and restrictions. As a lawmaker, my primary assignment is normally lawmaking, lobbying, oversight functions over the executive arm of government, and I have been doing that, but because of my background, because of the things I have interest in, most of the time I work outside the box, outside my jurisdiction, by reaching out to people in my own little way. And part of what I've been able to do as a lawmaker is, I do yearly, ever since I got into the house, I do yearly jam forms, and I make sure I monitor, I tutor the students. Some of them are now graduates, so I mentor them. I've been also able to do a couple of water projects, about six, seven, I'm not really sure. Water projects. I do yearly coding programs for secondary school students during the summer period, just to keep them busy. They learn coding so they can be able to develop different apps, be it game app, useful study app as well. Okay, I've been able to do health mission a couple of times, bringing medical practitioners together into my constituency, one for 4 days, another one for 5 days, that comprises of free ice cream and giving out free glasses. There was a dental unit that was doing tooth polishing, excavation, fixing, high blood pressure and diabetes, and medications were given, uh, mini surgery, and the ones that they discover that it's going to end up to be a major surgery, we refer them to general hospitals, which I also did follow up to assist them financially in my own little way. I've also been able to support our petty traders, to give out things to support them, financial support to our petty traders, to boost their their market. Then I've also, during the COVID period, I was able to reach out to about 1,500 households by supporting them with food items during the COVID period. And during this joint assembly, I've also been able to support my constituents in providing palliative and cash donation to another 1,500 vulnerable households within my constituency, foodstuffs and cash support for just to pushing the effect of fuel subsidy removal. And for this nine stakeholders town hall meeting that we did, I was able to train 100 youths. I call them Apapa Mukie young farmers, to train them about home farming, how to do home farming, to encourage them to go into farming, to start small. And let's see, I told them after 6 months or a year, let's see what you've been able to do so we can know how we can support you again. So I was able to do that, the training, and they were given some farming equipment to support them start off, and seedlings as well to support them. And yearly I do back to school program every September. But this season was a bit delayed because of the town hall meeting. I decided to do it together same day. So I did. I was able to give. I have 8 public primary schools in my constituency in Apapa. So I was able to support over 1,000 students with school bag, writing material, mathematical science notebooks, and what have you, just to pushing the effect of the hardship to support their parents and the people as well.
So which would you consider to be the most challenging part of what's going on in your constituency that you will say this really has been the most
Well, I would say traffic actually played a negative role in Apapa, but thank God it's much better now, because a lot of organizations, a lot of companies actually moved out of Apapa. So that brought about another form of hardship within the community, because we have youths that work with XYZ company, but unfortunately when they start moving out it became a little bit difficult. But we've been managing ourselves and encouraging those there that there's definitely going to be light after every turn up. So we gradually getting out of it.
Can you tell us a bit about the Lagos Assembly? I know that Lagos Assembly is the most vibrant in the country. How does it make you feel when
Well, I
you see?
am always happy, I'm excited being a member of the State House of Assembly. Just like you said, Lagos State House of Assembly is above common standard of excellence. And I know that we have a lot of people that come to the house to understudy the things we do. And I thank God for the leadership of the house before we even got in there, because it shows that it's the foundation that we've been able to lay down. That's what we are actually building on. And it's really going a long way, because those that came behind us, even if your intentions coming into the house, people come into the house with different intentions, but getting into Lagos State House of Assembly, you know that it's not a child's play. It's either you do the work or you just let that 4 years slide and just be on your own. So it's been a wonderful experience for me personally.
And how have you found working with this weekend?
Well, he's also a very fantastic person. We are not perfect. There are challenges, there are flaws, but you know, we are human. But generally, he's been supportive, he's been a good leader, and he operates an open door policy. You relate with him, you can discuss things with him, and he will also tell you his own opinion. You sit down together as a body. Most of the things we do at the house, we discuss at the yeah, parliamentary meeting that we discuss. Okay, these are the things on ground. How do we go about it? So he gets opinion and suggestion from members, not minding that he is the number one. He still calls the other 39 members and we discuss before agreeing as a team to take a particular decision.
How do you react when people take the party on, the APC on, that the country is not going well? What do you usually say to those who?
Well, it depends on who is actually making the comments. So if I hear comments from people and I think, okay, these people are the kind of people I can speak to, I can sensitize, I enlighten them in my own little way. But if I sense any tone of opposition or whatever, I just let it slide. There's no point discussing with such people because you discover that most of them they know, but they just want to say whatever they want to say because of their party affiliation. However, we still relate with people, we sensitize them that okay, this thing has been on for a while. Where we are today, it's unfortunate, but I believe we'll get out of it. If we had taken some critical decisions way back, maybe we wouldn't be where we are today. But I know that Nigeria shall be great again.
So how do you also see the efforts of Mr. President?
Yes, and I think I'll give it to him. I think he has the political will to take some decisions. To me, I believe he has no political godfather. So that makes things easy for him. However, if the way he is trying to make things better, if we can have all the 36 state governors and all the council chairmen also stand up to their responsibilities, because we discover that most of the things people are actually complaining about in all these developed countries that we go to, the responsibilities of the local council. If we look at most of it, be it council flats, good road, provision of water. Unfortunately, here we try to take everything to the federal government, which I don't think is supposed to be so. Let us all be responsible. Let us all be accountable for whatever job we have decided to take up. Let us be responsible by letting the people know what our jobs are and do the needful as and when due. Then there will be less pressure on the federal government. And thank God we now have the local government now have their autonomy, which I think they should be able to spend their money and there won't be any form of interference. But if they now decide to do otherwise, then we might end up going back to square one.
Hello?
My people in Abuja, first off, I would want to appreciate them for their love, their support over the years. I appreciate every single voter in Apapa, every single resident of Apapa for believing in me and sending me back to Lagos State House of Assembly to represent them. And it's also a promise from me to them that I won't take them for granted. I would I am doing my best and I will continue to do my best. And I tell them that I would also want to tell them to hang in there. We will definitely smile at the end of the day.